Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1 and welcome to Boots on the Ground. If you have anything you could add to it, send it to Southern Prepper 1, southernprepper1@yahoo.com. Just the number 1, southernprepper1@yahoo.com. That is the only email I use. There's scammers out there every day on my videos. Don't respond to them, please. Let's get right into it. Boots on the Ground. I work in the pulp and paper industry, and we just had a big meeting about our plans for next year. There's a paper mill in the southeast U.S. that went down for some upgrades and has delayed startup from late October to mid-January because of no orders. Additionally, there are 10 paper mills on the West Coast that are shut down as following. 2 were shut down indefinitely. 3 entire facilities shut down temporary for soft demand. 1 mill shut down, I think it's because of machine. 2 shut down for lack of trees delivered to the site, 1 shut down because of transportation issue, and 1 shut down for building structural issues. So a total of 11 paper mills. Most of them make a liner board for corrugated paper board boxes, and soft demand for boxes means people are not buying from Amazon. I heard you mention issues in the supply chain, most definitely, and it is not due to the lack of drivers, it is the lack of freight being shipped. My husband is an independent long-haul trucker. He books his own loads. Today in Atlanta, he was looking for a load out. He said normally out of Atlanta, within a 100-mile radius, a load board typically lists anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 outgoing loads. Today, within a 350-mile radius, there was only 421 loads posted. This is 1/3 of the normal freight and 3 times the area. Nothing worth taking. Pretty much loads that would have cost him to take due to the poor rates being offered. He deadheaded north to Cincinnati and hoped to finding a load tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Man, am I hearing from truckers just no loads, or the loads do not pay enough because of the rising diesel costs. I work for the Union Pacific Railroad, have not heard of or seen anything from upper echelon of administration regarding any shortages of diesel fuel. I'm 65 years old and remember the coffee and the sugar shortages that occurred during the 70s. I believe the diesel shortage is manufactured to keep the citizens twisted up and fearful, a favorite ploy by the government and a way to recoup the stimulus check doled out during the COVID crisis. I just want all to remember to keep their heads, do what you can, remember that God is still on the throne and everything will come out in the wash. I'm a fuel hauler based in Tampa Bay area. I've been doing this for 20 of the past 22 years, with the most of my experience being based in Ohio Valley in the Midwest. In the past 3 weeks, getting diesel has been a pain. I've routinely been going through 5 to 7 suppliers for each load looking for it. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it isn't. And you have to go to the customer without it. We knew the shortage was coming because we anticipated this in the late spring and early summer. On the heel of this shortage we anticipated, we were contracted to haul diesel from Jacksonville, Florida, to a state up north, not too far up north. And this was for the state to stockpile diesel. These loads took about 14 hours to complete and paid the driver over $1,000 a day. So the freight rate was probably close to double that. Anyone who tells you the shortage isn't real is just trying to make themselves seem clever. In my 2 decades of doing this, I've never seen supplies this tight. That includes the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. My wife goes to Trader Joe's once per month and I've noticed the items she buys have not gone up in price much, if at all, over the past 3 to 4 months. Trader Joe's does not have the variety of a full-size grocery store, but the quality is usually higher. So if people have avoided Trader Joe's because they think they have fancy overpriced goods, that might not be true now. Also, with all the talk of spoiled milk, we find that the Stonyfield brand of milk lasts the longest. We find it stays fresh for up to 3 weeks after being open. It may cost a bit more, but if it lasts, it's actually cheaper than throwing out half of the other brands. I live in Wisconsin. Everything here seems normal. I feel very fortunate, but I've been prepping for the worst. Grocery stores well stocked and no shortages of meat and fresh produce. Yes, prices are up, but it's not surprising. I was waiting for payday to fill my gas tank today. Was so happy to see the price drop last week to $3.59 a gallon. Wednesday morning, I about cried. Overnight, it went up to $3.89. I try to make a tank full last all month, but this month I have to make a couple of long trips, and it will double what I usually use. Praying the elections can really make a difference. This is one small piece of information. And people don't underestimate the little things you send in to me. They are points, they're data points that I can see relate to other data points, and it helps paint a picture for me and for other people. This is one small piece of information. I have a son who works in, a spiritual son, so I don't know, a friend. He works in Amazon warehouse. I'll just say he's in Texas. The trucks that pick up the packages they prepare have not been coming in as much. So package boxes are accumulating. He has been given time off without pay recently, whether because of the diesel or because people are no longer ordering as much as they normally do. So more signs showing from you guys, boots on the ground. People are not spending money. It is showing up in so many boots on the ground reports. I went to the big city to do some shopping for me. This is in Idaho. I got to talking to a couple people, employees, and asked if they've seen any shortages. They said there were some shortages, but for the most part, they're getting products. But they did say something about cornstarch. They've been ordering it for the last year from corporate and just can't get it in month after month for the last year. So definitely cornstarch in that area, Idaho, is in short supply. So if you need it, try to find it. I went to buy Crisco in the bars for my holiday pie crust tonight. Was shocked. Just a little over a month ago, I paid $3.99 for a 3-pack. Tonight, a 3-pack was $8.29, but they had it on sale for $6.69. I have plenty of cooking oil and canned regular Crisco. I was in shock at the new price of the 40-ounce Crisco oil. $7.69, but they were on sale for $6.49. And she goes on and on of the increased cost. She said basically they spent $275, and that was almost enough for a week's worth of food for a family of 5. On Monday, in my small town, gas went up from $4 to about $4.29 overnight. Today, I had a medical appointment, and I was pleased to find gas at $3.87. I know there's so many reports about rude people, aggressive drivers, even dangerous people. In the last few years, this has never been my experience when I go to the big city. In the winter, I travel to Houston. I experience lots of kind people. Everywhere I go, people seem friendly and open. It is as if they were just hungry for friendship, positivity, and general acknowledgement that they matter and are appreciated. If at any time I have needed to help someone seem to be step up, I try to be the person for others, even if it's just to give a smile or a few words of encouragement. Most mornings I wear a cross around my neck. When I put it on, I remember who I represent. We just got word from the National Grid, Massachusetts, that there will be a huge increase in our electric starting November 1st. Prices will be going up 64%, and natural gas will be going up 22%. If it's not bad enough, that doesn't include the delivery charge, which are more than the electric we use in any given month. It's just sickening by this and worried how anyone will survive this. All I can say is keep praying and let the sun shine through. I am so blessed to have so many good viewers that, yes, terrible things are happening. Prices are increasing. They can't find product. But you know what? You can tell they are trying to be positive. They're trying to show people, yeah, it's bad. But you know what? If it's going to be bad, at least have a smile on your face. You could be contagious, and other people might smile also. This is Arizona. Went out to lunch today at a golf course cafe, and they didn't have any turkey for their regular sandwiches. The manager said the price of turkey has doubled, and they don't know what to do, because if they charge and change the menu price to the market price, similar to fish and lobster pricing, then no one will buy it, so it's going to go to waste. That's unreal. It's just lunch meat. I buy Spam as part of my prep, name brand and Walmart brand. Walmart now has a smaller can. It is actually went from a 12-ounce can to a 7-ounce can. I don't have the prices for you. So if you buy Spam, you might want to grab as many 12-ounce cans until they get rid of them, and the 7-ounce can will be all you get. Hi, I just want to tell you about an experience I had with Craigslist here in New Mexico. I saw an ad for a used dishwasher for $200. I offered $100 and we settled on $150. I went and picked it up. It looked great. I installed it. Didn't work. Called a friend who does appliance repairs. He had the husband run over and test it. After the test was done, determined it was a motor. $265 for that plus installation. Didn't fix it. Just put it to the curb for recycle to pick up. Is this what people have resorted to? Be careful when buying used. Ordered a new one from Home Depot for $888. It's going to take 2 months to come in. Yes, I don't like buying electronics or tools or anything like that. If it's something like a screwdriver or a hammer where I know there's no electronics, there's nothing to go bad, that's a different story. But if you're going to buy anything that's electronics or sophisticated, be very careful. After years of cleaning at a distribution center in northern Idaho, I asked for a raise. I got a raise, but had my hours cut in half from 3 hours to 1.5 hours a day. A year of perfect attendance, no complaining. That's my thanks. I have other jobs to fall back on, so I'll be okay. Just hope this isn't a sign of things to come. Went to the doctor today, had my hand fixed, had to have a splinter removed. It's been in there for a while, and got it removed. My normal doctor had to use this huge Band-Aid, and he apologized because there's a Band-Aid shortage among other things. I hope you got your medical supplies purchased. We are located in Montana. My husband and I love listening to your videos together. It really gives us a sober grasp of what's going on nationwide. I know that food prices are climbing with no end in sight, and that the luxury of eating out is something that's more and more viewers are cutting back on. I want to share a frugal tip that many of your viewers may not be aware of. Subway.com offers ordering online with store sub pickup. The promo code FREEFOOTLONG is still active. Put 2 subs in your cart with this promo code and you'll get 2 footlongs for around $7 to $8 total, depending on what the price of the highest price sub on your order. Stretch your dollars and still enjoy fast food. I want your viewers to be able to utilize this, saving in these hard times. Yes, a lot of people send me all kinds of things, coupons, all kinds of things. So you need to be out there looking for every deal, every good bargain, and stock your pantry with good deals. This person's near Kansas City, Missouri. We have no issue with diesel. Just filled up our 44-gallon truck. Round bales have gone up. They have gone up from $30 from, I guess, last year to $50. So that's a huge price, from $30 to $50. And that's what's going to be hurting farmers. We went to Walmart last night around 5:30. I had a return. The customer service desk was dark. And a sign says closed, no help. An employee walked up to me and said, yep, we're closed. You have to come back another day. That is crazy when customer service is not open at Walmart. I hate to complain because things could be so much worse, but I was in Walmart in Ohio yesterday and bought 3 pounds of the cheapest sliced deli turkey that they had. 3 pounds of the cheapest stuff was $28. That makes a sandwich about $5 by the time you add bread and other goodies. My dad had to get a stress test for his heart this past Friday. When he got to the doctor's office, they said they're out of the medication for the stress test, so they are directing anyone who can take the stress test by the treadmill method. He said the technician said she had 5 stress tests scheduled that day, and he was the 3rd one. The previous 2 patients were unable to complete their stress test because they were elderly and dizzy feeling. Luckily, my dad was able to complete his stress test and get the information they needed, so I just felt this was an important update for people who are needing medical attention. The stockpile at hospitals seems to be getting worse, and I echo that just through boots on the ground. This person's, I guess, October 1st, they got hit with a 57% natural gas increase. I don't think people just realize how devastating that is going to be this winter. And for all that you guys sent me in what PEP is not physical education, I didn't think it was, but it's called a professional engineer. That was in regards to their fee going up, doubling in price. So thank you for everyone that clarified that and helped me out. I live in a neighboring town of Newberry, South Carolina. We were in Walmart this evening, and I want to let everyone know they have vegetable store brands, 50 cents a can. And they had honeysuckle turkeys, 98 cents a pound. I hope this helps people. So yeah, look for your deals out there, please. This is a good one in the sense that even flour. I live in an area near North Carolina, South Carolina border. I went to Costco and they had a few of the 25-pound bags of their flour left at the usual $9.99 price. However, there is a new packaging and new flour stacked there, and that flour was $17. But the kicker is it had been reduced from 25 pounds to 20 pounds. So that is a huge increase in price. Plus, they're gone from a 25-pound bag down to a 20, more shrinkflation. Today, the city of Denver started a pilot program for over 1,000 homeless people, giving them $1,200 a month, funded with taxpayer money. I am mad as beep about the government stealing my money and giving it to people openly proclaiming they don't want to be part of society. This program has been started in a lot of places. Some of the cities did not use tax money. What they've done was they've gotten donations, probably Soros or his group of people. But this program, this person says, is being funded by taxpayer money. That's incredible. Incredible. Giving $1,200 just away. This one probably, this is about the fuel, probably caused by the U.S. military gearing up for a war with Russia. That's what the Strategic Petroleum Reserve was supposed to be used for. The release of that oil under the guise of lowering gas pump prices is just a convenient excuse in hopes that no one will realize the U.S. is actually getting ready for war. And that's in reference to the shortage of diesel fuel. I'm still investigating that, and I'm trying to just get boots on the ground reports. And I've talked to people from some refineries, but I will give you my full report of what I think is happening. And to be honest with you, it really doesn't matter. I'm not changing anything. I'm just continuing to prep at the level I am doing. My husband is a mechanic at a major car company in North Georgia. He brings home $3,500 to $4,200 every 2 weeks. This last Friday, his paycheck was $525. The parts he needs are always on back order for the days and sometimes weeks. Hopefully I can bring you some good news soon. I'm hearing a lot of this from mechanics. A lot of mechanics are paid like on a commission when they finish the job. They get a set amount for the standard time it would take to do that. And a lot of them are saying they can't get parts. If they can't get parts, they can't finish the job and they can't get paid. A lot of people are telling me this is killing their paychecks. This person, I bought a 2022 Ford Escape at the beginning of the year. It has completely broken down. It had to be towed back to the dealership with only 2,000 miles on it. It seems to be a chip problem and electronic related. The bad thing is the dealership is so short-staffed that they might not even have a chance to look at it. Looking online, it seems there's been many issues with too many 22 vehicles. So that'd be 2022. We had a huge investment and paid cash for it, and it's just sitting there useless until they get a chance to figure it out. I am sorry. My 11-year-old son is on Spectrum and takes an ADHD medication daily. The medication cannot be stockpiled because it has to be called in by the pediatrician each month to refill. They will not refill until you only have 2 pills remaining. We called to have the medicine refilled yesterday at Walgreens, and we were told they have had it on back order for over 2 months. They do not have the name brand or the generic available, and no ETA on when it will be received. Our pediatrician advised us to call local pharmacies to see if anyone has it available so we could transfer the prescription. CVS and other pharmacies are also out and advise the same backorder story as Walgreens told us. We now have 2 pills left, and we'll have to start weaning my son off the medication today. We purchased some natural supplements for our preps, and we'll use them. Please pray for our families as they deal with these scenarios. We plan to transition him off the medicine as best as we can. And my heart breaks thinking of the potential struggle he has as he weans off. So please pray for this person. Also pray for all the people that cannot get their medication. I hope these boots on the ground are helping you. I hope they're encouraging you. I hope you're feeling, looking at your preps and seeing what you're short on and fixing that problem. Keep your attitude positive. The best thing is to have a smile on your face. Thanks for watching.